Okay, so this is the PDF that you will get in your email. And it just says, I signed up and now what? Because we have our Beachbody On Demand app. Everything is on it, but that can be almost as overwhelming as if everything wasn't on it. So sometimes you click on that app and you don't even know where to start. So this PDF will help you understand like how to navigate everything. So you're just going to scroll down. You'll get a welcome page that kind of explains, how I got started. And then you're going to go straight to a how to access Beachbody On Demand page. So what you'll do is you'll click on this and I'll show you how it works. Literally, you just click on that link and it takes you straight to a video that's 4 minutes long that explains the ins and outs of Beachbody On Demand. And this is from a client perspective. So how does it work? Where do you find things? How do you track? Where are the programs? All of it. And I do expect for there to be another one of these made soon that I will update this link on it just because Beachbody On Demand is constantly changing and evolving and getting better. But that is the video that link will take you to. And then when you go back, it starts you right over at the top. So I'm going to have to be scrolling down every time. I do have a list of my favorite programs, which literally, I think this is every single program on here, but I do have them labeled as to which one, like what level you are fitness wise. So if you're just starting off, like you're going to want to pick one of these. And when I say just starting off, I mean like maybe you're postpartum, maybe you have never worked out a day in your life. I would start with one of these. Or if you're feeling like really strong, like maybe you're a beginner, but you feel like you can really push yourself and challenge yourself, then I would go into this list right here and so on and so forth. We are getting ready to start. A lot of us are getting ready to start 9-week Control Freak. That would honestly probably go in one of these two lists right here. It's definitely not really a beginner program, but it does have modifications that beginners can also do it. So I don't want anyone to be scared away from doing the 9-week Control Freak because a good example is 80-Day Obsession. That's in the intermediate to advanced list, but I had plenty of beginners do that and do just fine with it. So there are modifications for every level. Okay, here is where I really want to dive deep and show you how to navigate nutrition because it's easy to, figure out, oh, I want to do the 21-day fix and find the workout videos and just go in order. Nutrition, however, can get really difficult because there's actually so much nutrition help that it's overwhelming and you don't even know where to start. So the first thing that I want to really point out to you guys is there are two nutrition options. For a long, long time with Beachbody, every time you ordered a program, and when I say ordered, I mean you order the DVDs and they ship to your house, like P90X. Even the 21-day fix, when I started at that point, you got DVD shipped to your house and it came with the nutrition plan for that program. When Beachbody On Demand was created and all of these programs went into one library and you could just pick and go and do as you will with the workouts, we went to a more streamlined nutrition plan and we went with Autumn Calabrese's 21-day fix, Fixate plan for most of the programs. But the problem was, well, there's not a problem with Fixate. It works perfectly. But psychologically, there were a lot of people that had an issue with following containers and it overwhelmed them and it scared them. And especially a lot of the women that I worked with that had like eating disorders in their past or just any type of emotional eating situations. It was a little bit scary for them to look at those containers and like limit themselves or try to eat that much. Also, like sometimes it's the shock of how much you actually do eat on the 21-day fix. Does it work? Absolutely. The containers are literally a scientific macronutrient system where you calculate your activity level and your body weight and you figure out how much protein you need a day, how many carbs you need a day, how many like fruits, which are also a carb, that you need a day, and fats. Like it really breaks it down so that you're fueling your body with just enough of everything so that you're hitting optimal fitness levels. Like it's truly a science. However, science, as factual and wonderful as it is, if you can't meet it emotionally, it's not going to work because it's just going to overwhelm you. It's going to cause a lot of issues that way. So we found Carl, the founder, he found a nutritionist named Ilana Molstein. Now, is it still healthy food? Yes, but it's an entirely different approach to where you don't ever feel like your eating is going to be capped. So you never, some people, especially emotional eaters, if they feel like they can't eat something, they want it 10 times more. And that's where the issue comes. And then it's such an unenjoyable process. They'd rather just eat unhealthy and be unhealthy, right? So with the 2B mindset, that's this one over here on the right, you have flexibility. You're focused in on long-term results, which so is the ultimate portion fix, but I'll get there. You prefer to eat intuitively. That's a really big word. That's being like intuitive eating is a really big like phrase that's being thrown around right now. That does not mean like, oh, I want a cookie, I'm going to eat intuitively. What intuitive eating means is like you're actually listening to your body. Like, am I really hungry? Yes, I'm actually hungry. Like I actually do want more food. And so in that sense, like you're actually thinking, okay, so just because I want more food doesn't mean I go back and get only mashed potatoes. I want more food means I'm going to go back and get the same proportion of protein and veggies and carbs, healthy carbs that I need. So it's still healthy eating. There's not a cheat. There's no way to really cheat on this without eating your vegetables and your proteins and your healthy foods that fuel your body. But there's no limit on how much you can eat with this. Sounds crazy, sounds like it wouldn't work, but it absolutely does. I personally don't lean toward the 2B mindset side. My brain works better on option A, which is the ultimate portion fix. I love knowing exactly and like having a science, and that's just the way my brain works. So that's what I choose. A lot of people though that I know do way better on 2B mindset, and they still see like crazy results. If you go to the website and poke around, like you're going to see some amazing before and afters of people who are on the 2B mindset. So what I want to do first is I want to click on right here, like you'll get this PDF, but when you click on it, it will take you straight to Beachbody On Demand to the ultimate portion fix. If you have bought a challenge pack in the last 2 to 3 months, you have this. You didn't have to pay extra for it, which is unbelievable. This used to cost an extra $80. And now they have started throwing it in with the challenge packs. So what this is you start here, obviously, there's a reason for that. And then you watch the intro video, and then you go straight into the lessons. And what's cool about this is they have it broken down into modules. It's a lot, but a lot of them are really short. They're 10 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes. But she really goes into what the ultimate portion fix is, how your body works on macros. Why portion control? What does balanced macronutrients mean? Let's talk about food addiction. What's your why? She truly goes into nutrition on a level that most doctors don't even know this much about food. And you're getting these programs, this nutrition program that's going to completely teach you everything portion fix. Now, and you'll also get the containers. But I do want to go ahead and show you this just so you're aware. Hold on, I have to go back twice. So in this PDF that I send you guys, if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, this is something I have screenshotted to my phone. This is the cheat sheet. So if you are ever out and about and you're like, oh, I'm eating at a restaurant, I need a yellow container of carbs. About how much is a yellow container? It's a half a cup. So that way, if you're ever just out and about, or if you lose your kids pack your containers to school and they never come back home, now you have this. So you can always just go to your kitchen cabinet, pull out your measuring cups, and you can still do the portion fix without the color-coded containers. I do like the color-coded containers because it's just more fun. And I have quite a few sets at this point, but you can always use this if you need to. And then there's also a spoon. The spoon is just a teaspoon. So it's a measurement that goes both ways. So then if you go back up, all right, we're back in Nutrition 101. So you go back up here, and now you want to check out the 2B mindset. Again, click on that link. It's going to take you straight to Beachbody On Demand. You may have to log in if you're not already logged in, by the way, but you're going to get Ilana Molstein herself. She's going to explain to you how the system works. You'll click on lessons again, where she'll talk to you about the introduction, the 2 bunnies, which is part of the 2B mindset. A new way to look at food groups, proteins, carbohydrates, accessories, and condiments. It's honestly, it's still all an emphasis on healthy foods. But they're just different ways of approaching it. So if you guys have been doing the container system and it's just not working for you, check this out. Check out 2B Mindset. It's incredible. If you are not following any program and you're like, oh, I didn't realize like we had all of this, I really encourage you to look through this today and find one that like sticks out to you that you feel like you would be more apt to follow. Again, there are recipes that come with it, and then the program materials is like your tracking book and your program guide and your meal list and all those things. Don't try to do both nutrition programs. That will not work. Like you have to just pick one. So here we're back to the PDF. Oh, okay. Now with Shakeology, it is so important. I've been drinking it every single day for 5 years, except for a short stint when I was very morning sick with my second son, and all foods made me want to lose it. So this is something I take very seriously, and I actually drank Shakeology and was a coach for about 1.5 years before I really started pushing it, because I just was so scared to push something and talk about something and promote something that I didn't really believe in. So I really dug into what it is. Why are those ingredients in there? And long story short, if you go to YouTube or if you go to Vimeo or you go on Beachbody On Demand and go to there's a Shakeology program in Beachbody On Demand, by the way. There's tons and tons of videos that explain that the wife of Carl Daikeler, who's the founder of Beachbody, when they first started Beachbody, it was only fitness programs and a little bit of the nutrition side of things. But his wife developed a really bad autoimmune disease that actually put her in a wheelchair. And so she was always home, and she's a natural, like a holistic wellness, not practitioner, but just very much is like certified in those things, and is a nutritionist. Sorry, I was going to get that out. She is a nutritionist, but she dabbles in it holistically. And so she was sitting at home all day long with her in her wheelchair, putting together these little concoctions, and had finally figured out what she needed ingredient wise for optimal health. And she was able to heal from her autoimmune disease with the ingredients that she was using. And Carl said, I want this in a shake. And she said, no, we can't do that. It's too expensive. We cannot, like, if we were to put all these things in a shake, we could just never sell it and people actually buy it. And he was like, no, we're going to figure out a way. And so they did. Eventually, they hired on Darren Oline, where he was able to find better pricing by going to the sources of those countries, but still giving them a fair price. So it is fair trade as well. But we go straight to the sources of these ingredients to get these ingredients, these superfood ingredients for the shakes. And so the price that you see is a lot cheaper than if you were to go to like Whole Foods and buy all these things separately, or even your local health food store and buy all these things separately and put them together. Probably half the price, honestly. And so they're really proud of this. And obviously her name is Isabel. She's very, very proud of this because it was something that healed her body, and now it's healing people all across the United States and some in UK and Canada and all this. If you want some good recipes, here are the 4 foundation flavors of Shakeology. If you click on these pictures in the PDF, it takes you to the recipes. You will find that you may hate it one way and love it another way. So give it a couple times. Don't just try it with just water and ice and think that you hate it. Like, play around with it. Think about flavors that you would like together, and then find your recipes that you would love. And you will discover that when you start having it every single day, your body starts craving it. At the first 2 weeks, you're not going to notice much of a difference, if I'm being totally honest. It's just like any vitamin or any food or any healthy regimen that you introduce into your body. It's not like you go from eating pies to eating a salad the next day and then suddenly you're healed and cured, you feel great. Like, it takes time to really weed out the bad things we were eating and then add in the good things and feel a good result. Okay, so here are some extra things If you just bought a basic Shakeology challenge pack, you only got Shakeology and the nutrition plans and the fitness programs and all that. I say only, but that's a lot. If you bought the deluxe challenge pack, or if you bought the performance challenge pack, then you got Energize and Recover as part of that bundle. Energize is a natural energy source. It comes from the fruit of the coffee bean and then green tea. And so you do get a caffeine jolt. It does have the same amount of coffee or caffeine as a cup of coffee, but you don't really see that like crash at the end, because it also has a couple other ingredients in there that sustain your energy levels in a natural way and not just up and then down all of a sudden. So I mean, Energize is actually our best selling product, more so than even Shakeology. And so people love it. It really does feel awesome. It works. Like, I can't say enough about it. Recover is, so we have Shakeology. That's our health shake, as evidenced by the ingredients in there. We then have Recover, which is a post-workout shake, and that's completely different. They do both have protein, but their aim for your body is a totally different thing. So with Shakeology, that's just to sustain your health. Because if you're not healthy, then your fitness doesn't really matter, right? Well, Recover is for after a workout. Within 30 minutes of that workout, you really want to refuel your muscles. And so Recover has a clean source of protein, which helps obviously build muscle. And we have vegan and whey. And then it also has BCAAs, which are branched chain amino acids. That is the building block of muscle. And so it adds that into your diet as well, and then adds that into your muscles. And so they're just able to grow and recover better. Hence the name of Recover. It just helps them recover. People that drink it usually notice that it takes less time to recover in between workouts, which means you can push a little bit harder and see some gains a little bit faster. And then here are some recipes for that. Hydrate is our clean version of Gatorade. If I'm being honest, it doesn't taste the greatest. It's just a very, very mellow lemon flavor, but that's kind of the point. It is not loaded with sugar and artificial flavors. And so if you drink a Gatorade, if you drink a couple of the other Powerade and the other brands, they taste really good because they have a lot of sugar and added flavoring. Hydrate is just flavored with lemon, and then you've got a little bit of stevia in there, but then it's got mostly just your electrolytes, which is sodium and potassium and all the things. And so it does taste a little salty, just like Gatorade drinks kind of do. But it's just a very mellow lemon flavor. My husband, this is in an IV in his water bottles all day long. Okay, now before and afters. I do want to cover this, but you can do this on your own. Basically, you want to take before and afters. I can't tell you the amount of times people are like, well, I didn't take before pictures because I just didn't want to see myself like that. It's worth it. It is so worth it. Take the before pictures, print them out if you have to, and then hide them away. And then just wait until when you're finished with that program, even if you didn't do it perfectly, you're going to be blown away at what your body is capable of changing, how it's capable of changing. Please take the before and afters. Another thing is measurements. So sometimes, which usually if you lose inches, you see it in your before and afters, but a lot of people like to only use the scale. They think that progress is only measured by the scale, and that is a lie. When I did the 80-day obsession, I think I lost, it was 9 inches overall, and I gained 3 pounds because muscle weighs more fat. It's more dense than fat. I lost inches, which means I got smaller in a lot of the areas I was looking to get smaller in, but I gained 3 pounds. Now, if I had only measured my progress by the scale, I would have gotten on that scale at the end and gone, this program was a failure. I'm a failure. Like, what did I do wrong? And even though I had done everything right, I would have still called myself a failure. So please do not look at the scale. It does not measure your muscle. It does not measure your gains in the correct way. It only measures just straight up pounds. It doesn't tell you what those pounds mean or what they do or what purpose they serve. So please, I mean, yes, if you want to use the scale, that's fine. But that's only one piece of it. Please also take pictures, and definitely, if you're only going to do one thing, do the measurements, because that's where you really see what is changing for sure. And then this video will walk you through that, and this article will show you how to take pictures in a way that you're actually going to see the results. Connect with our community. This link, I need to make it where it's colored so you can see it. But if you click here, it takes you to our BOD group. So I'm just going to click on it so you guys can see. It takes you straight to Beachbody On Demand. Join a group. You click that, and then it gives you your options that your coaches, the options of the groups that your coach is running. Sorry, there we go. So definitely take advantage of the groups. That's like a really fun part of all this. And it was actually what kept me going. And then next, resources for success. So these are very important. If you are just starting off, like this is your first like rodeo with nutrition, or if you've been doing it for a while and you need a refresher and you just need to like get like you really want to dial it in, check these out. So this is the easy clean eating meal prep tips. These are a beginner's guide to meal prepping, easy meal prep. So like you're going to get a lot of like, these are all self-explanatory. If you need these, click on these. But here's what's awesome. We have the ultimate portion fix. And then we also have the mindset, or then we also have the 2B mindset. Those are the two programs, those two options that I showed us earlier on this PDF. We have cooking shows for those also. So this is where it's like, this is where it could get very overwhelming. And so I want to really emphasize how this works. You like, let's say you're doing the ultimate portion fix. You're doing the containers, right? So you're going to go up to option A. You're going to click on that. You're going to go to Beachbody On Demand. You're going to find the ultimate portion fix under the nutrition programs. You're going to watch those videos. You're going to see why we do macros. You're going to see all the things. Then you're like, okay, I'm ready to start cooking. Now you're going to go to the Fix 8 cooking show. The Fix 8 cooking show is the ultimate portion fix friendly cooking show. And this is awesome. I'm about to blow your mind here. When you click on that link, it takes you here, which you can find all these things without the links in the PDF, but I just put them all together so that you can streamline it. But this is Autumn, clearly, and her brother, and his name's Bobby. And so he is a chef. He was a chef in like New York and, you know, doing the gourmet things. And she was like, listen, I need to show people how to cook healthy. They don't know how to cook healthy. So he flew in, did a couple shows, and then was hooked on it because he liked the challenge of making really good recipes that are actually still healthy. So again, you've got those foundational videos like how to meal prep. She does include those, and then containers, like she goes over the containers in a very small, quick, condensed video. But then, hold on, sorry, I'm skipping. Then you'll click right here on recipes. This is insane, you guys. It's going to blow your mind. Literally over 300 recipes that all fit the containers or the Fix 8. And look, they even show you here at the bottom. So this one is going to be, oh wait, no, that's a lie. They don't show you at the bottom. This just shows you if it's gluten-free or vegan or whatever. So let's click on this apple cranberry coleslaw, which sounds incredible right now. You're going to click on it. You get a video. And so this is a 4-minute long video. So you get that video, but then right here, there's 3 little dots. You can click on that. It shows you the container equivalents. It gives you a little breakdown. And then you can go to the PDF and just print it off so that you can have it. And it's very, very simple. Like I've never read one of these and been like, what are they talking about? Or what? And also another thing I love is they don't have like, yes, a lot of these are gluten-free. A lot of these are whole food and vegan and all the things. But there's like very rarely been a recipe where I'm like, where do you even get that? Like a lot of these health foods are very readily available and not crazy expensive. So I really, really appreciate that. Let me see if I can just exit out of here. All right. And so they've got salads, they've got soups, they've got sauce and dressing, they've got dessert and cocktails, and their desserts are usually pretty good. I mean, sometimes you make them and you're like, well, this is a healthy dessert, but it is what it is. But most of them are really, really good. All right. Now I'm going to go back and then scroll back down because it takes me back to the top every time. Okay, now we're going to go look at the mindset menu. So if you are like, I really am liking what I see with the 2B mindset, you're going to click on the mindset menu cooking show. Again, it's going to take you to Beachbody On Demand. It's going to take you to Ilana's cooking show. You do have the start here where it kind of gives you a breakdown of what it is, but then you can go straight to videos. And again, it just like the Fixate channel, it just gives you the recipes. It does tell you a little bit about them underneath, and then you can click on the video to just watch it. And you can click on these 3 dots underneath to give you, and of course, this is different than the containers. This is the To Be Mindset plated. That's how she describes, your plate and what it should look like. And then she gives you the recipe, once again, if you just click on it. And so that's what her recipes look like. She's a little bit more uptown because she has pictures on her recipes, but on her recipe cards. All right, and so the rest is all pretty self-explanatory. Again, you still have all of these. I have included a little print off that you can use to create a meal plan for the week. I did not fill it in with things, just because I want you to be able, like the whole point of us teaching you how to eat well is for you to take ownership of it and learn how to do it well and not us spoon feed you. We want you, like if Beachbody was gone tomorrow, if, Instagram was wiped off somehow and you could never contact us again, we want you to be able to do this on your own without us. Like we're not power hungry in that sense. Like we want you to take ownership and control and learn this for yourself so that you can do this whenever and wherever you are. Okay, again, there's the cheat sheet. And then just for fun, because I think it's super important to work out your body, but also your mind, here are some recommended readings for you guys. I love The Compound Effect. It completely changed my fitness and my life. And any of these others are also so good. The 5-second rule is amazing for the people like me who don't want to get out of bed in the morning or who don't want to do the things or who procrastinate. I love that one. I love The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. These are just really good books to help also strengthen your mind, which strengthens every area of your life. So with that being said, I'm actually going to go back to this part, the connect with our community. And I want to show you something else really quick, and then we'll be done here. So go to your BOD group, join a group. All right. If you're not already in one, then ask to join one. But if not, I do want to show you, here's where you can find meal plans that I upload for my challengers. Okay, so here's the group feed. Hang on just a sec. Here's the group feed. If you go to files, I have tons of meal plans. Every single week, I add a meal plan. You just click on one that, like the week of, find it, you get your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Of course, you can still modify this too. Like if there's something on there that looks truly awful, but you like the rest of it, then you can make that work. But this is just a meal plan that I offer you guys. I'm not always even following these meal plans, but I do always want to at least offer you something that can help. So these have, as far as I can remember, here's the breakfast recipes. Then it goes to the lunch recipes, and then it shows you everything from there. That is all I have. So if you have any questions, I'm going to stop this share really quick. Goodness gracious. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, contact your coach, whoever it is that you decided to reach out to get started with on your fitness journey. Reach out to us, and then we can help walk you through what program you may need, whether that's fitness, and we can help you figure out which nutrition program will work best for you. We've all been in the beginner seat, just like you are right now. And so we know what it feels like. We remember the overwhelm. We remember just all those first time feelings of like, what am I doing? How do I do it well? And so we are excited to be here with you to walk you through that as well. So reach out, and we are so excited for you.